Adehye mama ya da masese munye abretwe me yekoto nkra ya be ye to ye kase ebo no so na ebra so se di nkomo ene fie na ene nkomo hwehwe no ye bedi kan de ye policefo ama na ebo bi a wo de aba se ye mohu dawuro nkire Ghana fo nyina esanse Easter ba edu Easter se di a na nka omamu ni nyina bibia asesa esanse wo mo a ewo framantemu ebekọ me ahodo bebre uko kwawunsu a kwawu kwa santimantemu gbono anemi ahodo ni nyina aya na yekọ nanso pribinti nyama sesa na police administration eden kataba bonten aja se dedi kan wo mo se Ghana fo nyina so obi amomode aso de ne bambo abe ne hia de pa sanse ba sabre ya na akromfo yi wadwa ne se bi on na mofie prapra wa ma oboa no wia wo ntima woni na ho wo ka menye ka no se bi a wo park wo ka na wo se wo na wo ka no wala kono kpre na kai kana na bone ni prepre ntu se wo wie oboa obetu afa kire de safo be be wuram na yinti no bambo hye de se nyina edi so pepepe afa no achi police adwuma ko no kire se de omen mra aye mampani ahye se COVID-19 nti yeni so pepepe na de di kan se ensoro wudo nyina se nuanom Muslimifo se nuanom Kristofo yen konkwe convention a nipa go bebre da bi agboro so do hwirimienu na yawie anekwa nipa no mama no mro ha ena se so no oya se na matere mi nsan enka bobi ayite no na watere won santina entiti mu no ewo ho anu ade ba ko da to so mienu picnic ane ba ku amoye no central region a ayi on hwehwe yi omo friends embo ayi ba ku ya omo hwehwe ayi masquerade no ano so sanka wo ya manfo e pamchau ano so yenye ana fe beach Easter Monday na ko gu beach bebre maso amusement se bia baby e bebo ahia ne agi ye ni ye body school ye bo band na concert ne ma maso eno so ebe na mo no se be pa nipa ba ko mienu miense bi ho ana baby e pete mu kra no nipa kakra bi nheda anya de se bopi so senkan ne ye no afi mi ahoro a yen srahwe mi ahodo a yeta ekono on betumi abie na mo no so mbe hye eye face mask no social distances no be ya adwuma na afi nso no protocols ne be di so pepepe dia obi ani asem nti ebi sese palagrade ne betumi akwawu ana eno so asem ba ko ayi yo se be ya yie edu sabre ya Easter ye yie bebre eno so no hyehyɛ da ho dada no eno ani edi so yensesa no yenye no hwe ana afei yeka ahyanka ane akwantu nso a wo mahye se yenkotu mirika hunu bi a nkedu sabre na wo kokwawu a uhunu ma ne traffic abedi mu ase na odu kurawu no na fo nyina asa sese no sa mirika hunu nkrofo tu ne try nya dabi yenye sakura chance police fo be gina ba bi a onkotwa bi nso ansa na wakoko drive car ye de ade bi na ehu no de be hye wonum ye na se wuhu na se ha adwene a wo be chiropa no ayasem ba ko na fe ha bobi ayite se gapo ha no wo ho na fe nso no police hospital so kire se ade a wom toto ne ma se ne be ya wom hyehyɛ ne ma bi tie ne ye pa ade na mo anamo ahodo bi a wom 820 no wom behwe na wom atoto police hospital emi ahodo bi na wom spray ho ahyehyɛ ne ma wo ho se na be betumi aboa pa enti yan hye no so enti se bia ebritia bi achi se okọ na se bia omu film gate woni nyama nema bia o se me ko police hospital kora no ma nyeme me pa chanti sa wo mu esisi wonti mu hye no so pa afa so no yama ye ni na ho na yan complain ni airport ma police administration se na be ya no muntu bi ese utu bia no motiwe to ntentente ma dia aboa se na bia bambo betumi agina ensemi ewrahye la kasi abaye backman owura yere a okasama police adwumakunu na ne nsa chance na ne nyina no eye IGP na wono aka kire nso wo meka nkire yen na me agya kwabena nso na bono tofa ade amamu enti saneti enti e bekoso edi san komo na akopem se Eastern so ebetwam and afi bra so say yeka de say yeka ene yekomode ne yahodo mienu eyoman sa na hene na se mo akokoka bra na ye vete no wo se wo bra owura matena medu wo de report bi efa ajapadel no ye nyina nim se de a na ho sam sitie eye CSOs eka ho asem se niam bi wo mo anhye dan koye ebe ha o man ne papa enu nti ne bra special prosecutor owura matena medu ba he no ya dane de ma no binum dane de ma no so no so hwehwemu bi na o hwehwe te sen ana na o hwehwemu nyina awie ye no o ka se niam bi wo mu a ebi ekwan e ma dwirim ne katase hye ebekoso e wo sa deal ne mu pa na asasam na wo ka no me mu na bomfia anka se o we de ye Ghana fo no no enya hwe da bi ye mfa na nibresam na ye ma ne enya adwuma se ne be ya sa nipa bi a wa akire o mo full sa na so mo susu se o betuma fa sa ho kwa no so enya o mo ho tam na Ghana fo be di hia no saa tokuru no yebesi ne prekope na omensa na hene ansa no beba kra vetting no na owura matena bi do report no epia bonte ma no kra kasa afa ho ama na resign na owura kanofurata e kire se sana mutu a owura matena bi de 2 ye no aha dwene isan se wantie bibia kra amfi asoye ahwe sikasam tutuye so aye finance ministry wo no wantie bibia amfi wo mo nchen ansampo ansana ode sansa no ba bonte enti no ochie ne ti no bu aten mu ye pa na eno amoman ye kabe mami kabi ene gidie ne obu a amansa o maye no eso ate papa wa ha o man Ghana wa bu o man Ghana ho wagu o man Ghana ho fi ebu o man animtia ebinim se o man sa na hena asem o ka no dabi ebinim se edia so o kasa sense so wonti na no asem a eba ne sen na o de ho nsem koye eno ye sen ba ko Oti kokoswa akasa na asem oka nyina ne se gold ayetu ese yesu ni ensase esei oman no ye hyehyɛ mmere bi foforo bi o ne nane no na ya mfa kokromuti ahye yanum anka obre fre yesusu se ebia ye fefe ho eno se beka wasem te ne dai empemfo mienu na meno bedi ka me intro no wa nso sa na ese ye no ano no se ansasem na asem hia Bismarck abobiaite ayawaso West Wogon abatum pesua so dwomtenani edema NDC amayoko no communication team no so waka ho bi ewura yi the constituency mu ne we enti no oye ye nyina say ye NDC so ye MPPO chairman ono eno no ena afi so no Dennis Miracle Abuaje Dennis Nsankyerene Abuaje enkane na ono na oye abankrache edema Akuapem North abatum pesua so miamenu yakuma so a agora na tren
Emedumo
muye
aje bende divine selection ka wodi
de urade ase de urade onga zamia onga bo
nebo
Dennis mamisha semfru so ne hwe ura kanofurata mo asema o ka se Yura Matinabido Asamoka no, or say Amidu did Ghana's democracy a disservice for releasing corruption risk assessment with reports without finance ministry's response. Say or they report on Aqua Bontin Wabra finance ministry woman that this ashane buy no won't see man and didn't some no there to Jano a bibia wa how man why
it akwa bambe dase na jedi kan mechia ahefo nyina na especially Akuapem North me make Akuapem North MPP na te ho nyina ene late nana no mo ho bidinchia kese emom nyina
kubasi anasa mangwasi
late kubasi late ahenase se woni sa mangwasi so ye late community mangwasi tinkon okrase ho nyina michia obi o Akuapem North bi otie enyume na ansa na meka Japasem no em say Jacob say ye bo ye nyina area kanofurata ye bo na baso say wo hwe papa no dimina no menim ne twi ne bobre ekwan ofa so a ode ye ne normal ekwan ofa so a ode kasa ne calm nature ne personality no say oyi nsema no na wakasa untumi ye ho hwe other than say we ka wono to no wetie no na odi asompan so etie de oyede oka no ye nyina nim say the vetting it was one of the vettings that everybody was looking forward to intimacy and me wan say go 2 days but o hwe sɛ ne papa no carry ne ho a o de year vetting endra ene ene na bibi wɔ ne ho esi nyina esua as emrantie and politicians e wo ɔman we mu na ho brase a o de kasa nimdi a ɔwɔ a o de kyerɛkyerɛ no memu abotwe ɔwɔ a o de tie even questions a committee no ebisa na uso bi no kasa na say ne volume no crowd de kasa no crowd to mima ebi a wakoma waso crowd wakoma yeden
se bible na kasa mu aboko esankan ne bre
eba fam enti anya me won ekwan a committee no crowd show so much respect for him at the vetting because on no crowd the kind a lot of respect ema committee no and they say utie the final remarks na or express so much appreciation and gratitude to the committee e we koy omo fa so crowd omo nya abutre no exceptions or brand and home fan so almost a sunny date near dinner. And for me, he's a big inspiration to me and a lot of young people in politics in Ghana. I was amazed. Some of the questions were so personal. What's your questions? Other nominees and more responses, no, and Kayabaya, the and I'm missing a CBF free.
And then council and
questions in I will not be able to handle it the way
on a natural handle or you're very campus.
Fantastic one. I am so impressed with the way I can offer a year in a veteran because Michelle Veteran on my now or not an veteran a year very, very personalized. It is your cousin this, your cousin that, your brother this, your brother that, your friend this, do you know this? And you know say because of the long standing experience. Our business no. Now I say almost every activity be across our mind no. You know somebody somewhere. And for him to be able to keep his composure and then a demon and all they handles. I mean, listen to Harry Naidu Sumo and Muntakamo, you could see that they show the man so much respect. And me born abaso power che bibi strong.
Okay.
Now going to a Japan. I am sure say ye nyina ye nim say no kre Martinamidu Ghana for Indini. And I am not surprised along the line Onakasakra exit because the manner in which they handle risk assessments report it was totally unfair to the states.
I didn't
so Kaya and ya Martinami do na so an investigation. Omampeni na Kweku for the refer issue ni Martinami do. President could have decided not to refer it to him anyway.
Because then the people raise concerns.
Yes. CSOs raise concerns about Parliament. Parliament a pass. Let's put it in perspective, say, and it's very important. Say, who say you reckon of actually Japan cinema in the last 2 days will be argument in clear, and that clearly tells you says only be some. That's what to say. Nipa ba ko e car to bonati nipa no society, and so we bu nothing. Parliament in a Japan, and your finance ministry in a Japan. Parliament and a share. Special purpose vehicle embrano ewo Minerals Income Investment Fund Act in 2018. Enti Ministry of Finance there omo ya say they are giving energy to Imra Parliament aiden ahihye na e ba bonten Parliament
and finance na call Parliament.
Oh, Parliament ahihye Imra.
Okay, Parliament na share Imra no na ma finance ministry
too ni no. Say omo de ye aduma.
Okay.
Aha, say omo de ye aduma. Enti CSO so no de ho nsem bebre ba say oh, niam na bi wo ho a say we de entiase anim entasum say ehu ye biebie mu yie. Na o man pene say oh, senior civil society organizations yi kan ho asem die. Yemfa Emma special prosecutor na hwehwem. I say your risk assessment. She say how be to be aba or minus one na che your kwan be fa so the bed you be so no. We read report no and I do come on man penny. We do come on man penny hwem. O hwem no say enti insem ya wakan ne wo conclusions yi. Anya bia omo obobo mudi ni institutions abobo mudi no. We ti omo so masema ansa na because you see normally auditors your adwuma. Omo bi on fan management report. Answer no betro the final management report no. Omo the draft report ne brew. Na wo hwe nsem omo raise no. Na wo ehu ehia no a why den. Watro e de amom. Empo some of the management report no e ba. Omo tro say Ebia Dennis aha ne ha wanye ni ye na mom ye ne kasa ye no ono nso ne de o ka ye den enie na your recommendation ne de enie enti nipa ne nkyere mu no de mama wo no embre bia nkyekere wo se fa na mom it should reflect in the report SSS obi fa report no kan a nipa ko no tumi hu se Ministry of Finance nso omo nkyekere mu omo de ba ye no enu nie ansa wo recommendation na ye den aba nto man pani ka se wo de bi wan fa saa ehɔ na yɛ den amba nti ebe ya bomodin na kotie Ministry of Finance nso na ɔmo nso ɔmo de ɔmo ka na ɔmo yɛ den ɔmo nka according to Ministry of Finance even risk assessment a okoye no kra no you never even got in touch with them for once for them to even nipa dey say ɔmo no ma yɛ ade na ba document ɔmo no ma prepare ina yɛ say kohwehwem natural justice and fairness e kyerɛ say anya hwɛ say obi say nipa no say oh ade a yɛ ne pinky ana wan yɛ ne blue non chill adwempo ewo mu nto ode ye den ode ye ne pink ansa so wo bibi trofa pink no wa ye den watch na did do any of these things
Dennis mebo you say the man is hwemu say enkrata yi a ye de ama me Dennis na twere de baaye ya twere say eja kwabena na pampa mu fita na emu no na bodwo say tuntum na hwe sana na hwene epoti yi a na no so be ye kai na twetwe ni nyina wie nti hwemu say sasemo mu kan no kra na enti abobi na de breme ana mahwemu nyina wahwemu mahwemu awie wo na wo twere nkrata no so ahobehia say me bebi sa wo say then sa de enti na wo twere nkrata de fa se masi hu se wo bere bia wonim se bia enti sa ana sa de enti na wan de enti na wo ye ne sa na eye owura matena medu esese ono ne ko bisa obisa finance ministry se finance ministry ade we war report yi mu no ade enti na mo ye ne sa na adwuma no ana se na adwuma ne se on share say assessment of ebia risk assessment no na djuma poti ne se onu nkwa no nye anase on san enwurawura mu investigate enko agencies awo be bia
to me year risk assessment no and draw conclusions a untie nipa na oye ade no adwempo a eta akire untumi ye ne sa wo ye sa ade na chese djuma no we hu ye nipa na ono aye nkrata no wo ye risk assessment ahwehwem for example who raise issues about procurement processes. A quite almost fast one, procure transaction advisors in the cake. One friend, one quadri crate be in free. Now, what draw conclusion? Say, some process here, engage transaction advisor, no, or man far crime passel. Meanwhile, according to Ministry of Finance and so on, one crat and be a say procurement process now is almost fast, and no paper no more day, almost fast. Until BBC no, I can contact you or more. I can benya. Na when you say enchira say na mpo so musaka sa nkrata na oni omo nya adwen mpo a wo be indicate or report ni mu ni say me ni omo nya adwen na mom omo de nkrata ABC di na ye den e kire me say ne be ya say obi fa report no kan a ohu afa ni afa brofo mu ya say you get the perspective from both sides but in this case no wa na watena say na wa fa wo nkrata na wa kenkan black and white ina dia wo pesa wotro no watro ina dia kwato abonten ina presidency bomodin na ko hu Ministry of Finance no mo so omo nchemu bi omo yedai on fama wo wi a na de omo nchemu no so yedai aka ho ehun nya se omo kan se wo fa na mo se wo tie omo so wanye ne sa wo fi ho no ina wo leaky report no ehun na issue no no wo fi ho no ina wo leaky report no don't forget that the report was not meant
for public consumption.
Until nipa no de ma say nipa no de ma on so the report e beto bontin
ento the report no ma yansa na eba bontin ana say eba bontin ansa na kokko
me am be de adwuma no ma wo no
okay
me na say me de report ne ba say oh adwuma na me de share
asemasinsa wa ya wie na report de ba ye nie
ana say wona me beka say me de report no e koto bontin na me say oh when e fa koto bontin na mo embra me meti wa me twen wo say woni Ministry of Finance be kokotena se na mo finalize na fe wo do final report aba no menu so teme no na de akoto abonti a oye nkrofo bi hu fi ekeka nsem anye den emfata na say Kenofoyota kasa is a disservice to the state. What it means is that and na me no kasa after since the vetting no ye nyina aba beti asese Japan no e ya dwempa na parliament e de ye den e de pass here and in the long term no e ya de e be boa oman Ghana in terms of the management of our minerals resources and the restructuring of the economy but when the kind about the go ade no hu fi without having a complete story so many things have come to play. I'm who say, in fact, before elections, okay, from October 2020 to December 7th, yeah, Kasa Semia me kodu baby, yeah, throw, no what throw, until President Tonebo, a throw, a long narration of what actually transpired. I hope now kawa no tum na okoko tenefi. But why ye ade na ye amo man no we go hufi. Say international investors be were interested in Kadachi bi omba be engage and as omba be participate inside Ejapaya we go hufi. Ade sonko a ebe boa oman we no we go ade na nimu ase with the mindset say what dream no na o ye politics egu nkrofo bi
me see na a raise concerns about this deal no see so no e betima ka say omo yan mudefo pa se bibi ni ho a anka ho bia ni ho a anka be raise concern. Secondly, ebra omo de concerns ne baaye no mampani agitu mu omo san refer deal no back to parliament say parliament san hwe no munya hu bibibio eti sanka ade anka mfumso bia ni ho a anka omo san refer dem back to parliament say parliament hwe nya hu bibi enti yan fa no CSO so no omo consensus omo raise ye no omo ye no because of politics inti ana na fe so bibi ani ho a anka be san refer back to parliament say parliament san hwe nya hu bibi
answers no wo anamuntu a president to ye no that's the answer. Say anka president who say bibi wo dia CSO so mo ye na ye no ho a anka on refer farmer special prosecutor sane singular act of referring for a risk assessment to be done no alone tells you say oje dia CSO so ye na ye den etum opese ote ase ye yenko hwem na bibi ese say ye tighten ya ye den ya tighten na mom no wo koye sade no wie na wo de ba no wontumi anye all round assessment because so long as our Ministry of Finance now omo putting crata together no ankasa de na say you were under political vendetta and clearly Martinami do letters or try back and forth in the run up to the election was clear say na your politics na oye rather than render that most important service to the state of undertaking a risk assessment.
Okay.
So what the mechanism? And that is the position Ken Eden. If you are the Ebase, and can the dream pa in a year risk assessment now. And can problem.
Maybe some question be pa say Matanamedo some more kind nyina no. Aso ni nyina the kind no ne research or ye ne assessment or ye no. Ni nyina no enye papa. Ni nyina ntro. Ye be kan wasam bispa mamra wo so. Woni aka sa afa ho say o hwe serusi ye no a aye politically motivated matami de uba no ofimu party ho nti obi an mummunim the standard dada anse no bebe wura mu de ko mu anse no ba anse na be do bebe adure no was it politically motivated say obe bibi de guabana ni mu ase wo sa deal ye ho ana say the consensus no raise and assessment consensus no raise no was legitimate as I correct her.
Yo, madasi mechia wana wo hwe ye nyumre na mechia me former president John Dramani Mahama. Baby obia nyaminka ne ho ne ye party amanyina especially ayawa so West Wogon Kuma. Unim ora kanoforiata obia naturally me penasem. Ne ho dodo no kakra otu kwan amete ye no. Ya na me komi kotodwe ni ma me bompa ye ma no. Na ene in some way course no me express me view on the basis say ya papa Kenoforiata can say Matiami do report no a disservice to this nation there. Na me so bibia ba ma adwene mu bi ti say PDS say o patch say e Japade ni guasie bia bro man isika ye pe ye nya dan ka PDS ye one of the worst I can see in this government. Secondly, okay, say European Union are blacklisted Ghana. Say ye abanya ye omanya ye disika fin huga. As tell me no can say say so no eda so ye Ghana ni now who business be or European Union as obe be account or any European country. Or mu de ni born in eden e 1, 2 or 3 of this no e ni guasi egu o me ya e Japade na nka ye ni kitwa mu a me pa cho Owura Mantiamedu president na efa no eno no so no on the report and say is responsible ni bibia no o deal with the president directly ena insemu ibaye abaye japa deal enye onu kwa na kan ye amanyofo kan bi wono mo nhye oban bi as civil society group about 21 of them and we say adie na enye because form agudie na ye di kosi awowa akoji 1 billion US dollars 1 billion ukra ni nyina mba 500 million ebeba na sika no hu hihye kwa sika no be fast wa ba no ye kukure firi oman mu e di akoto ama no ni na krato mu di ba parliament kire say board members no krapo mu be hwe sa adwumedie no so amaye Ghana fo no parliament ni control bia over them meanwhile parliament na share mra ne say ye anya adwuma no enti sa ukofo bi obeye adwuma na mimi ni control na ye parliament no is a useless body over there enti parliamentarians nyina kaseti aye ye go mu na sa asem we nyina ba say okay ya start ye ko hwe mu na ye hu say okay say amanonifo ba be di dwuma bi a constitution ni said e was say parliament who is doing this e me ko hu say transaction advisor no ankasa kra no na Owura no foriata to some extent no onim wo mo and ade no to say who advertise tender who tender ye nyine be copy papers mu ye hu say what you say who pe lawyer na wa boa me ya ye japa deal na who be advertise enye Owura gabi ochireda ko na obekwa akọ partner South Africa company say omo ba be yes adwuma no without the knowledge of anybody and I say through any tendering process. Even Mantiamedu can say or check in public procurement authority no. One man called GSO sourcing authority be our. You know, these are issues ye nyina ye raise ye say no. Ade na mu nda ho. Say ye ni say ya Ghana be nyunu sika be nyunu egu. Enti na president said, Mr. Mantiamedu, go and do independent risk assessment. Risk assessment you know say in someone of worker say ebesi okay Ghana sika be nyunu e de krono beba because ade na mu nda ho no hwe say ye no kra na Mantiamedu antra office no ye there were information from the Ministry of Finance kire say wo mu ye we based on that information you know and ordinary report ebetu ya report no su betu dwa no frankly speaking na bebre no ende because the nitty-gritties in somewhere na civil society groups ni parliamentarians bi ana ade no wo ntiase na omo ka no yehu nukura ewom se ade no ebebo man yika afi osan kan se ye koso ya nyama bi hihye sumase a yanhwe yi a eni Ghana ye hihye ye bi no mu ebo ebra enti yaka we nyina ewie ne abedru stage we de ye papa Owura Kenofori aka ye na say it's a disservice to this country to so say me disagree because me who say corruption wo be as kabeko bi ho anyanko ye savings kan na za me boa ye gold mineral resource no ho ayeden ato hwe sa 1 billion ye kwa akoje no na nke ye siesie bauxite arrangement na Owura Ibrahim eba betu no omuba ya ombeji yes omudi ma China foi na ke yes arrangement no na ke no mu da ho e na ko mu concentrate ye na ke ye tu ye bauxite kura sa 1 billion no e koko e maye enti adentina bauxite na omo aye omo agi hu safo hini no enu de ye concentrate wo na royalties na every year ye nya dada no ye nim de ye de ye no enu ne ye de kosi awowa because aban ba ye omo di get fine at asiawowa ene ye bisa no Esla energy sector levy ye di ba ye say ye mfanti enyinama hoode hu ye fanya enyinama hoode hu hye na omo edi omo ka ye mfantua na system no hu ntono no omo ba ye omo di akosi awowa ema countries Eastern for the emia ye enti no for me no omo di yenyama sisi awowa too much ya nhwe yi akwabra menu mienu ye chirima se ne wakukọ tukusuya na wanya abutrama wan butu so ma kukusuya na mpaye ma wanya akokoba na onua okosuya ni dia na wachirima odi eja om
ma me sese wotie nsɛm a wɔn a ɛne mo nya adwene na sɛ wɔn a ɛkasa ka yoni ada ne sika sɛ ɔkansɛm bi sɛ wohwe owura matena media asɛm a ɔkan report ɔde ba abɔnten a mampani na de report no kɔma ne sɛ hwehwɛ mu wohwe mu ɔde report na kɔma mampani na kɛsɛ mampani aso na de report kɔ abɔnten sɛ deɛ mesoma no sɛ ɔkɔyɛ adwuma wei no ɔkɔyɛ adwuma no wieɛ no nsusu aso ɔde abɛni owura matena medu antwa ma mampani anya sa ana no kɔyɛ sa meaning say are politically motivated.
I don't believe so.
Why?
Because Matiame Duno Nanado enim said integrity is unblemished also. Ni integrity and answer or yadia or yefri na kumem afensu no katasishe mwaso no onyintu nanado nankasa ene kaye. Enti what fasa ni pawe we adwuma on say ade na back and forth. Report we papa no kan asem say mpanyinfo bi a nanka odi na ni hwe omo a nti nanka o yes adwuma na magana no eye owura Jerry John Lawrence anche na papa no so ye dai efiri mu nti na wa jai since mu nti o so jai adwuma na o ye no but notwithstanding that no president or can report no say president is mother serpent of corruption say penny or trafie man kwala we nanka no ye kananka wifu or yede or kahu. That statement should tell you, say, Amidu at that time doesn't trust the president. And if he doesn't leak the report, that report will be shredded.
And I say, na bibi shachiri say, wahunu say, bibi ewo baby a mampeni hu be bon wo munti no de report no ba bonti na say.
No. Sir, it's about the Ministry of Finance. Owura Ken Ofori-Attah Gabi Ochire da akomu ne mention wo mu. But onusu so say when leak a president betiaso. Because they are cousins. Say no mbisa no kan ti utimi say the related party transaction family and friend chronism no e ho enti one release report now. Whether if you report no release here no is have a basis because president is there now or true is all the public. And they were back and front and we were all reading and following.
Me said Dennis what they were make me so na me said Dennis yenya ntie so ora o man sa na hene ekọ ora matena medu ho oni mama say ne say woni na hia da say ebia matinie ankeke nie sa na ye frɛ no chebi ankeke nie matena medu nie omo mienu no anhia da say one on one say bia one on one say bia minie wunie ebia meba se besifie anase wosu kwase mesifie anase bibi sense na report yi ba bonte
yakwabna you see sa matena me do issue on it am na ye campaign mu na bia obetumi adalenda te se na chairman person dandan no matter how you look at it papa no when ni hu ni as a special prosecutor in edwuma no ye no ye ohun se na ye kwakoto aba na dwen ne se no pese ogu aban no hu fi nti o pese o tro de o pese o tro it has come up clearly in 2021 since December in semna abededi ye bie so mo bie hu say nyemo no church no how does data bank being a transaction advisor to a Japan amount to corruption sikaben na matena midu report no de buy no esebiye transaction no mo ye no sikaben na esebiye we need to be very sincere. We need to be very sincere with ourselves.
Na me person ka ba mu data bank no almost say o man sa na hene na ne dia anaso wo e fan say o chefa wo enti the conflict of interest be enkonko ba mu.
You see the point is that data bank na e come asem no about Rollins time they have been working for this country and all the government from Rollins Kofuo Atamils John Mahama Nangasa and na Kufuado Sata mini na se na Ken Ofori-Attah no Sata mini na oman mo bi enu se
onye finance minister
meba ene o cheche mu nyina ati asese. He is not a participating director in the company.
Okay.
And now, when it comes to such transaction, procurement, he is not part of it. He is not party to it. Say them what you say. Ebiom, bisa omo say, Ghana ha, omo to me boa on mine when it comes to sa no way Data bank who be ana. Have they distinguished themselves over the period? Ana. A idea omo tire more mine ana. If those things are established, now say. Omo breach any procurement processor. How do you impugn corruption in a transaction advisory process?
Ebinimo ka say one So long as ebia ne ho kakra wo data bank mu no, it amount to ebia conflict of interest. And ebi no so kire say wo hwe so sourcing said the ebia uramati na amidu kan no. So na so sourcing bi wo ba bi e kire say we no mu kwa na do mu se ka ba be hyemu ana bibi ati sa wo hwe said the procurement procedures ne tie no a ye di su sa pepepe ayi fa na kokko fa ye uramati amidu nsem o kan ye no. So bia ni wa na no kura kakra bi wo
and it was a special transaction.
Okay.
One, it was a novelty, a BC that yenye bi kra man woda even imbra surrounding such special purpose vehicle bit see that paper e bi here. And when you are sourcing for such services and nothing dey so sourcing buy imbra anymore, so sourcing enye illegal, so sourcing is not a crime, it's a legitimate procurement practice. And see, the fact say may you so sourcing and they are sourcing for a service from a company obetumi aboy aye adwuma no, it doesn't amount to corruption. You see, you are abusing the word of God and kind of rata or kasa so ta use word or say cynicism to say your adwumbo no will be obiara be ye ho to the extent say and ega kwabrati TV so o si fam na say oto nchewi awekra yes YouTube ya benisika so mba koton nchewi. That sort of thinking, no, it's not helping us as a state.
Aye system no na mana kokobasa. Anase bibia yankasa
ye NDC for na yes anya Ghana for Ghana bibia complain NDC for
asema owura
NDC for
be tie wo sama kan ye ya owura kan ofori ata anke kan ye de frɛ no ne sama kan ye no brof kasa na wo yusu ye no wan kan fa ama se bia party anasa ankorankora bi o generalize ne kan say adwempo bi a wa se de o kan ni se bia mesi form na ja menya agberika kuro bi okwan na semeto a es UTV for and mam say semekoto. That perception is everywhere,
and that is why he said politics ni yefe ye nyina ka ho.
Okay,
eno na obehwa Ken Kasano kai say it's high time I say ye mraba na ye class metie na menya finance minister wo na me bie me bank or ye adwuma from now 2024 my be finance minister. Yes, enu ntimi ngu me bank no enu ntikura no obi akura me bank rekura ni hu kwan say obe engage in any form of business because me a finance minister.
Okay,
you see me say am tie me a product of Conferata companies. Okay, and some of these companies have been in existence for years. Enterprise they be am come say Enterprise Insurance is from 1920 along the line before Conferata himself came to take over and then has been running the business.
Okay,
these businesses have been surviving over the years.
Okay,
with successive governments.
Me da say so no no ma won kasa bi ntino mu so na fe yemfa Bismarck who ni say ade bia ye ya kamia say ye pese ya ma ade na ye fe wo bre bia enye fe ana say ade na efe e na binum to hompe ana ade na enye fe enti enye fe
Ejakwabra ade bia ni ho a sisi a NC wo ba bia ada oka say Japa ye novelty. Why? Na time ye Esla PLC na enye novelty. No be aye bi da. Enti Jakwabra enti o man we wo mu ye pe $1 billion. Ghana for investors nim business people nim say ye wo royalties e was asase ye benya sas kana ke nya o Ghana. Adenti na first kan ko pie wo be bia wo mo a tax arrangement kra wo moto ho si hye kra no unni chefa bia wo say as a citizen of this country me a former good year me chefa wo metimi edi akire. It is not a matter of novelty, it's a matter of transparency. So na wo ye no emu da ho fine obia wo gidie wo mu enti so wo ye bibi emu da ho a enu na corruption assessment report no be kire say because we enti no ye dwene say sade yi cost wa sika bi benwuna fa ba bi enti we normal thing enti wo mu hu say the report no ni CSOs ni the journalists mu nyina mu kan e no kure no wo mu atwen ade no ebe kire say wo mu siesie no wo mu de aba enti president is confident say Japan deal no there it must go through Mr our finance minister enso esi so biom say ade no eba ene metie Mr. Ken Japan, Canada Japan said a Japan deal now Ghana will continue borrowing. Question I mean Bisani say a Japan deal no say even $1 billion you grab a share inside and now would that stop Nanado's government from borrowing?
Okay. Me da say Misa enti we no ye beka ne ajabi asempa itia wa wutie me nim say eba ne say ya on beka brofo na akese saa na fe ya dwuma ye he ya brew na so man kan ko ne ye enti ye beko so adoso mu saa na nim say de papa wo mu no yesa betumi aka esante yi ne kasen bi em ya bre enti etumi ne hu komo sak ye hwe na nka small scale mine no ye hihye ne yie na ye train ni wo mo sana bebo yesu hu ban asam kase baba frankansi so densu sei yes ye community mining ye mra na ye ato ho emra na da ho kire se ensese ye sensuo na so ne community mining wo mo ye no potrasi odumase golat ene me ahodo nyina no densu no wo mo asai no enye so mo sai no na ye betina se say ya ye ne baba ya ho so no na e too late enti ote kokwaso asem o kan no obanyansafo ho yi ye bu ne be ye nka na asem na asem kese beba frankansi so Dennis madan wase Bismarck madan wase bi din de agya kwabena me ne akosa sapo na de kasebo no ebremu ye ho ya doma ye be hia densu sai o densu sai mum ya nwunu ho ye o kina binti yakram